A Fox 8 investigation raises questions about whether the city is doing enough to enforce a new program designed to protect renters.
Chris Joseph reports on what the city says it's doing now after Fox 8 started asking questions.
I seen the flames getting closer and closer, and I just said, I'm out of here.
Doug Parrish's living situation hasn't been easy these last few months. In September, a 5-alarm fire scorched his Gentilly Ridge apartment complex in New Orleans East.
If I don't go back to this place, I'm literally back homeless, probably sleeping underneath the Pontchartrain Expressway again.
We first met him at the Joe Brown Park Recreational Center, where the city temporarily sheltered displaced residents.
I was able to rescue all my cowboy stuff and everything, the 2 TVs, that chair.
Parrish eventually moved into the Magnolia Gardens apartments a short drive away, but says he had to leave some things behind.
I left a bed, I left a dresser.
And he says his new place has problems too.
Actually, there's one right there, rat dropping. Right there. No smoke detector. No smoke detectors here.
Both apartments where Parrish has lived, Gentilly Ridge and now Magnolia Gardens, didn't register with a mandatory city program set up to protect renters like him for more than a year.
I am committed to healthy homes and trying to improve the lives of the renters in the city. 5 yeas, 1 recusal.
In 2022, the New Orleans City Council created the Healthy Homes program. Healthy Homes established a set of standards all rental properties must meet, like smoke detectors and pest control. The program also created new retaliation protections for renters who complained to the city and triggered code enforcement inspections. The ordinance, which at-large City Council member J.P. Morrell authored, required all landlords register their properties with the city's Safety and Permits Department. But Fox 8 found that hasn't happened. Dr. Robert Collins is a Dillard University political analyst.
It's sort of like a public relations program, like a feel-good program.
Deadlines to register for the program varied by the number of rental units. Large complexes needed to sign up by February 2024. And all landlords should have been registered by this June. If they didn't get a certificate of compliance from the city, the ordinance says it would be unlawful for the landlords to rent.
How do we present a situation institutionally where we catch bad actors as they're being bad actors, not when it's devolved to the point where you have property falling on people's heads?
Has anyone ever explained the Healthy Homes program to you?
No.
The city sent letters to both Gentilly Ridge and Magnolia Gardens in April 2024, 2 months after the deadline, asking for voluntary compliance. Records show the city charged both complexes $250 for not registering, but records show neither one paid. Gentilly Ridge caught fire this past September. In the aftermath, the city again asked the complex for voluntary compliance, giving it another 2 weeks. Gentilly Ridge's owner emailed Fox 8 acknowledging the property wasn't signed up, but says the complex underwent regular city inspections. He says those inspections show it's been a, quote, well-managed, well-maintained complex. The owner sent Fox 8 a record showing the complex applied to the program after the fire, which was 18 months after the deadline to register. Meanwhile, city records show Magnolia Gardens, where Parrish lives now, applied to Healthy Homes on Halloween, 19 months after the deadline. The city says it fined both complexes $50 for late applications. It says it could fine the complexes more if they're found not in compliance. Magnolia Gardens management hasn't made anyone available for an interview.
They have no fear of city enforcement, so they're just going to operate however they feel like.
Last month, Fox 8 reached out to the city about the program and its ability to enforce it. In response, the city released a statement saying it's now transitioning into an enforcement phase of the program. Remember, its deadline for large complexes to register was February 2024. The city says more than 48,000 units are already registered, and it's using a data system to comb through records to pin down what apartments haven't signed up. But when Fox 8 asked for a list of unregistered properties, the city told us those records don't exist.
If there's no consequence for not complying, we know that there is a percentage of the population that is simply never going to comply.
City Council President J.P. Morrell championed the program when it passed in 2022 and admits enforcement is challenging.
I think everyone in the Healthy Homes Department is trying their best to get everyone enrolled in this program.
Morrell says community involvement would strengthen the program.
If you know that there are properties not in compliance, be proactive and let the Healthy Homes Department know so that they can bring them into compliance or have code enforcement visit the property.
The city does not have a robust or effective enforcement mechanism.
Housing advocate Andronika Morris estimates there are more than 80,000 units citywide and says the city estimate of 48,000 registered apartments is a start.
It's not bad, but again, we need to get to the place of, it's been several years, we need to get to 100%.
She warns registration alone isn't enough, and there should be proactive city inspections to make sure healthy homes conditions are met. She points out the council removed periodic city inspections from an earlier draft of the program. That left Morris and Morrell at odds.
So your position is, if I can't get everything I want nothing.
So since you asked me a question, I can answer it, correct?
Yeah, absolutely answer it.
So that is not what I'm saying here. This is not everything. What was proposed was the compromise. That was the compromise. This is less than the compromise.
Do you still stand by that decision to maybe pull that out then? Do you think it should be brought in now?
The amount of money it would cost to do periodic inspections across 80,000 properties would be staggering. So the challenge is, we have to identify a floating source, a recurring source of revenue to fund something of that magnitude. We haven't identified that yet.
The fear is that the people, we're going to continue this mass exodus, and that the only places where people are going to be able to live are substandard units or units that are overpriced, and there's nothing in the middle. Yeah. There's very little in the middle.
There's a lesson that when you pass a city ordinance, you have to have an enforcement mechanism that goes along with that ordinance, and that enforcement mechanism has to be efficient and has to be robust. Otherwise, the ordinance doesn't mean anything. It's just words on a piece of paper.
Back at Magnolia Gardens, Doug Parrish tries to move forward, still waiting as the city works to fully enforce a program meant to keep renters like him safe. Do you have hope things will get better for you?
Oh yeah, I always look at the brighter side. My glass is always half full, never half empty. You know, I mean, it's not the best living conditions, but it could be worse.
In New Orleans, Chris Joseph, Fox 8, Local First.
The programs require landlords re-register every 2 years. If you're concerned that your apartment doesn't meet healthy home standards, you can make a complaint to the city